It's football time in Tennessee. Those words have long been associated with running through the tee, the glory of the checkerboard end zone, and the Big Orange ready to do battle. The Gamecocks will put total leather and will get started. Bringing it out. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. So Tennessee's offense will have the first possession of the game. And here comes the big fella, a staple of this aerial attack, Jesse.
And he's a guy they can line up all over the field, David. There's matchups out there waiting to be taken advantage of.
Yeah, and it's so nice to be able to do that. It makes it easy to play quarterback when you can feature a guy like this that's fast, big, and strong.
A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, you've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
And the Volunteers moving quickly to the line. Quick release by the QB. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Hit the afterburners, kid. Ripped off a huge shot play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. The Volunteers have their offense in high gear. Here's a quick throw out to the left. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. First step in the red zone on this drive. And that's a very productive first down play of bringing up 2nd and 3.
And after the QB calls his own number with all these options, obviously multiple plays, he decides to stick with it, get some positive yards, and now what's next off of that? What's my next read off of that? How am I going to mix things up and keep this defense on balance?
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. He won't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Less than a yard to go for a first down, and the offense will remain on the field. With jet sweep pass. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Tennessee!
I love the aggressive nature in the play column there. The opening drive of the game, you have an opportunity on 4th down, obviously, to just kick a field goal, take the lead early. Instead, they get aggressive. They go for it. And not just get it, they score a touchdown.
On the move from inside his own 20. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. So the South Carolina Gamecocks offense will get the ball for the first time. One way to mitigate the explosive capabilities he has on the outside is be physical with him, and this dude will do that.
He will do that, and you don't see a lot of offenses take the top off this D because of this guy roaming around in the middle of the field. He is a true center fielder, so this receiver's going to have to make plays.
I just does such a great job of hitting guys on the ground. A lot of people are in position, but he makes plays. So him versus a dynamic wide receiver on the outside would be a great matchup.
And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. On second down, they'll take to the air. Oh, he drops it right down the middle of the field, and he couldn't make the play.
Well, that's disappointing for the offense, because that's a play that you rep all week long in practice. You should be able to hit that one, no problem. And the QB receiver didn't come up with the completion.
They're setting up the screen. Crossing the 30, he's going. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They picked up an explosive play on a running back screen.
He's brought down some. Pick up a little bit short of the first down. On second down, wants to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Third and short now from their own 48. They're going to throw it again. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. And the Gamecocks will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. It'll go out of bounds, and we'll see where they mark it. It's going to be right around the 35. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, Dave. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
They'll throw it on first down. Complete to the right. He will step out of bounds, but not before the Bears pick up and a first down for this offense. Another big play on the outside, and that's the thing that historically has gotten Rocky Top rolling.
It's so much fun to watch playmakers on the side that can run by you and go make big plays. Opens up the whole field, the whole offense, and this Orange fan base goes absolutely bananas.
And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chain.
I'll tell you, the running backs and the quarterbacks in this offense, they got to give a lot of their success running the football to this offensive line up front. They're getting tremendous push. It doesn't matter who has the football, who's keeping the football. You're just seeing this group up front drive this defense backwards.
They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all right after the catch. So easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth there if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when these guys full speed ahead from the line.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Perhaps drawing confidence by converting an earlier fourth down. They'll try to do it for a second time in the opening quarter. Touchdown Volunteer! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick.
And the ball third down. He drops the throw. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feel this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
And he is knocked down immediately after the catch. That punt coverage team had its hair on fire. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Here's the handoff. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and we are done in the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. He's looking to throw. Fires one high and deep. And it's caught inside the 25.
Well, this guy has shown up time and time again for his football team. Top 10 statistically in passing yardage this year, but it's been in big games and big moments where he's really shined. That's why this guy is in contention to win the Heisman Trophy.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
You know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams.
Got his man quickly. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. The Vols are in the hurry-up. They're going to run it.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Gets it out fast. Touchdown ball! Reeled it in and just made the house call. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And he puts through the extra point. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point.
Nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when we get to this.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. They try to pop a run on the draw.
All season long, we've been watching this defense dominate against the run. They're the #1 rush defense in the entire country. With a big lead in this game, you cannot run the ball and expect to win and get back in it.
He's going to get loose. Another ball is knocked free. And this fumble will squirt out of bounds. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now on the same page.
And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Quarterback will audible. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Knocked down after a short game, but enough to move those chains.
Well, not down in distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
Couldn't make the connection on first down. Now here on 2nd. Wide receiver now comes in motion. touch pass on the jet sweep. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. And they take it in for 6 more points. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting you back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there, you-know-what.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
They come to the line, facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he dropped it. He had the pick in his hands and a chance for one of his patented big plays, and he couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it, floating down toward the earth. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coach...
Touchdown, Volunteer! And they add 6 more on the board with that trip to the house.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
The run from the shotgun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. It's 3rd down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. 4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
And that's where they'll have to down it just inside the 50-yard line. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Line gets set, 1st down. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Lost one deep down the right side. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. They build their attack around those big plays, and they've got one to give them a 1st and 10 in the red zone at the 18. He finds his man. Touchdown ball! And they take it in for 6 more points.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives.
Now on 2nd down. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains. And the Vols will line it up on 1st and 10. Quarterback touch pass from the jet sweep. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. All the way down to the 25-yard line. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. Touch pass on the run. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Volunteer. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative